Hey guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Oh, it must be time for some more RimWorld because it's Friday. My favoriteest day of the week, and Space Throne Room going great. Going fantastic to complement Space Church that we have over here. Now, the eagle-eyed amongst you might notice the many, many corpses that we've got kicking around. Yeah, we got a bit of a raid. They tried to blow up Space Church. We've largely dealt with the issues. We've conquered many of the issues. There's Stephen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we're going to continue construction on Space Church here because it's going very, very well. What is this down here? Oh, it's my beam gracer. Okay, who got knocked out and lost their weapon? Thule, no, you're good. Knife's good. Paul, how are you doing? You've got a laser, Vetroff, assault rifle, shield. Shield, you could go grab that. Somebody's already taken it. Somebody's already got it. Hang on, hang on. Where did it go? Where did we put my laser? Crimson, welcome, welcome, welcome. So repairs are ongoing at this point. We're patching everything up. Everything's going fine, and we're continuing to work on Space Throne Room over here, which is, again, really, really exciting. It's a good complement to Space Church. Okay, that's where they put the laser down there. Somebody go and get that. Yeah, Shield, go and get that weapon. Shield, are you actually good at shooting anything? You have a broad competency. Sure, Steven. But oh, hang on, I don't have my chat on the right chat. Hang on, I don't know Buzzkill's actually here. There you are, Buzzkill. I found you. Yeah, I got it. I don't know why it defaults to top chat rather than all the chat. That seems very, very silly. Buzzkill, welcome, welcome. Can someone give you a recap? Yes, we're doing Space Throne Room to complement Space Church. There are a number of corpses in Space Church right now because we've killed a bunch of people. There, I think you're all caught up right now. A bunch of people are dead. And we're doing repairs at this point. We're kind of patching everything up. Speaking of which, I'm going to need a rather huge area to accommodate all of those bodies. Do I have anything along those lines set up? Why don't we put all that down here? Okay, let's just put everything down here. So let's have a zone down here for corpses, for people that we have recently killed. So put that down there. And don't put any animal corpses down there. I don't want any of that. No, none of that, thank you. So human-like corpses, but just in case we die, which we have a tendency to do, don't put any colonist corpses down there. There's an infection. Okay, what's the problem here? What? Oh, calves. Oh, the mastodon has an infection. Shield seems to be on it. Shield seems to have that well taken care of at this point. No real problems there. Batteries are not looking great at this point in time. Do I have... I don't really have it. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Guys, you got to remind me that I've got a completely other different raid going on. Yeah, give me a heads up on that. I play this twice a week, and I haven't played it in a week. So maybe like, hey, heads up, Dave, there's another raid that's happening like literally right now. Yeah, I forgot we landed on these people. Okay, Buzzkill, let me recap my recap. So we came over here to do some murders, and these are the people we came to murder. Okay, these are the murderees, if you will. While we were doing that, somebody raided us, which was very rude. I was in the middle of a raid, and then they came in from over here and raided us. Again, very rude. Extremely rude. So we're back to plan A, which is murdering these guys. I don't actually remember why we were doing that. I know we definitely landed here and said, hey, let's do some murders. We've clearly done this for a reason. I don't immediately remember what the reason was, Buzzkill. I'm sure you understand. Thank you, Badger. There's another raid. I need coffee to live in my face. Yes, I'd forgotten about people raiding me while I was raiding somewhere else. It was sort of an Inception level raid. I think actually everyone's good to go deal with the new raid. If we wanted to go do that, we could go deal with the new raid. These guys are just kind of hanging out, waiting for us to get done with our raid, so then we can go and do their raid. I don't really need a blood farm, per se. We don't actually have any sanguiphages, right? No, nobody here is a sanguiphage. So no, I don't really need a blood farm. I just need whatever it is they're holding. I clearly came here for a reason. There must have been a point to this. I generally have a point to things. I think we're just going to go murder some people. Igor, you're heavily armed, right? Yeah, you're fine, kid. I think we're just going to go murder. So everyone come over here. Now that we've dealt with the first raid, who raided us, now we are going to raid someone else. It was very rude. Like, if you see someone, like, if you're in the street, I don't know what you do every day, Badger. Oh, hang on, they're attacking us. Can we get the mechs inside, please? Can we just get in, stick close to the ship for the mechs? Thank you. Everybody go inside if you're a mech. If you're not a mech, bring a mastodon and come on out here. I'm huddling up in here because we've got a little bit of turret coverage. So yeah, everyone's at... The lasers are doing great. Oh, the lasers do start fires. We're going to have to remember that sort of thing. They're going right for our power. Right for our power there. They're trying to sneak in. It's not going well. So let's go ahead and release the Mastodon army. Catonius, welcome, welcome, welcome. Release my Mastodon army here. Oh, they've got fire. Oh, I didn't really factor that into my combat plans, and we've set fire to a Mastodon with a laser, and now there's poison. So, okay, so let me just recap there for those who might be just clicking in right now. We set fire to one of our own Mastodons with a laser. Oh, you're right, Igor is a vampire. Yes, that's entirely correct. Let me get back to my recap here for those who may be just clicking in. We set fire to one of our two of our own Mastodons with a laser. And they set fire to us with fire. And then there's poison everywhere. And then other things are happening. So let's address some of the first issues here. Let's get out of the poison to begin. Let's just start by getting out of the poison. And then we're going to go down here. Yes, they're running. They're out. And that is very, very sensible. I would too. If somebody showed up with lasers and an 11-year-old vampire, I'd leave as well. Igor, are you 11 or 12? You're 12. You're a 12-year-old vampire. We've got a tween vampire. Right. So I think you guys are good to just kind of go off duty here if you want to do that. Maybe if you wanted to go ahead and take care of the fires, how about we expand the where we take care of the fire zone into there? So everyone who was here, stop doing that and start putting out fires. Did you want to maybe start putting out fires? Are you in a weird zone? Oh, you're in stick close to the ship. No, don't do that. That was very silly. So everybody here, go into putting out the fires. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Catonius, it's starting great. What is the turret shooting at? Probably one of the people who is running away, I would imagine. There we go. Will Igor ever reach adulthood if he's a vampire? I believe so. Unlike common lore, where you stop aging when you become a vampire. Why is all my power out? Oh, all my batteries have died. Yeah, that's a good reason. Okay, I believe he will, in fact, grow older. So let's get some fundamentals down. Now that we've dealt with all the problems that I've ever had, let's get a geothermal to live over there. And let's drop some power lines down there. I'll get it within a wall sooner rather than later, he says optimistically. But let's just start to get everything put together here like that. And what have I got for maybe like stone blocks? I've got a lot of limestone. So let's put a what? A zit. Okay, that's fine. Well, we can live with zit. That's where all my power went. We could let's put a limestone wall like here. And okay, that went horribly wrong. Let's put a limestone wall like here, and then up here, and then over here. So they don't target our power when we want to do a thing. Okay, that's stage one of my plan, basically. Stage one of my plan has been accomplished. So, Knife, how'd you do there, kid? You got a little bit of a burn. No big deal. I got to get you a nose. I'm totally going to work on that. Don't worry, dude. And Thule, yeah, just a little bit of burns. No big deal. Nothing we can't cope with there. Sorry for setting fire to the Mastodons. That was not my intention. It just sort of worked out like that. You guys, let's have the sweepers be in the home zone. And also the Agrahans. And then the Constructoid. And then the lifters can go wherever they want. They're fine. When we get a little further along here, we'll actually go ahead and start finding out why we murdered these people, basically. Gemily, welcome, welcome, welcome. Because I don't remember why we murdered them. There was a perfectly good reason for that. I just don't remember what it was. I really don't. Let's get this to be reinstalled somewhere. We may as well have a free battery. I think right up here might be a great spot. Paul's back up and running. Good deal. Okay, nothing has power. How are we doing on Space Throne? 949 left on that. I know. Miss Alglaze, it does look like Starship. Yeah. Also, it looks like a horse if you squished it, which you would need to do if you were a giant who had good shoes on. So those two things kind of come together there. A squishy horse is what squished, really. Not squishy, squished. Hardcore squished. Oh, I already had a dumping spot for the corpses. That's fine. That's fine. They can live over there. And you know what? While I'm here, I think I'll create a Tomb of Horror. Because, you know, why not? let's put more limestone walls up, like here and here, and we'll put a door in there. That can be something, that can be something, and that can be a thing. And let's put another limestone. I'm going to create a Tomb of Horrors, is what I'm going to do. For somebody else to find later. Even though this map gets burned when we're done, we're going to do that anyway, because it's fun. It's fun to create a Tomb of Horrors. Okay, let's also get some food going along here, and also psychite. I'm really, really low on that. So let's do a growing zone like here. Yeah, like that. I'm already kind of plotting it out to put wind turbines in there, even though I don't really need them, but I'm probably going to do it anyway. So put that in there, and then put that one like this. We should probably be here for a little bit, so I'm going to put corn here. I'm going to be optimistic and put corn here. This one can be psychoid. And what? Oh, we've got cows. Cows have joined, team. We've got cows. You could be potatoes, that's fine. You could be hay. That'll grow really, really quickly in that spot. No, not hay. Rice, the thing that isn't hay. There we go. And I've got, I've got more spots up here. How about we maybe try and get some heel root in here? There's already heel root here anyway. So put heel root right there. Okay. That'll keep people busy for a little bit. Again, Space Throne is 900. My goodness, that's a slow-moving thing. It's going to be a great throne room, though. It's going to be very, very tiny, but it's going to be a great throne room. How much wood do I have? Far more than I actually need. Way more than I actually need. Let's keep the art game going. So let's get, like, 3 small sculptures made when somebody gets a chance. And are we doing stone blocks? Broadly, yeah. Broadly, we're doing that. We probably don't need to sweat the limestone right at this exact second. And, again, I've got cows. I've got cows. I should probably just slaughter them. Sorry if people are, like, wicked into cows, but I ain't got time for cows. So cows are now lunch. Hang on, coffee. I put a throne room in the spaceship, and I put a church in the spaceship. I do not have space to put a pen in the spaceship. It's just not realistic, not going to happen. That is what? No, that's Igor. Okay, biocoded incendiary launcher. Yeah, we won't bother with that. Igor, so the vampire thing. I didn't actually... Yeah, Bertha's in here. That's right. Bertha went nuts. I forgot about Bertha going nuts. I've forgotten a lot in the past week. No, we definitely have colored lights, Catonius. Wait a minute. You lost control of a clean sweeper. Why? Why? Which clean sweeper? So, yeah, I know you're down, but that shouldn't mean that you're out. You should still maintain control of that. Huh. I got a rogue robot here somewhere. It's not you, is it? No, you're a lifter. You're doing fine, kid. I love everything that you're doing right now. I do indeed have colored lights. We've made some slight alterations in there. Power's coming back up. That's good. Okay. Who's not really doing anything right now? Paul, you're making gravlight panels. That's awesome. Igor, what are you doing? You're reading about advanced gestation. Ew. Wait, what happened to Clean Sweeper? Mini turret? Wait, what? Is that because it technically wasn't a member of the colony? Huh. That's kind of weird. That knife just kind of gave up. Oh, maybe because he doesn't have his magic hat on. No, but he does. It just disappears when he's going to sleep. That was a silly thing, Dave. I'm not sure what just happened there. I'm going to ignore it. So, Igor, could you please... I know you're reading about advanced gestation, which is kind of gross, actually. Oh, it's this turret. Oh, that turret is still aggro. I get it. Okay, that's fine. We can deal with that. Igor, come down here, like this way, if you could. That's fine. We're going to deal with that right now. Everybody else, just have the mechs be, stick close to the ship for right now. You guys just stay in there. It's this turret. Oh, okay. Fine, I'll just shoot out the power, and that will kind of solve that problem for a little bit. Igor, where are you, kid? Could you kind of get a hustle on, kid? It's just, you're 12 years old. What else do you have to do in your life? Literally nothing. This is a tree. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we're just going to stand here and shoot that solar panel until it goes away, really. Just go ahead and shoot. It'll be good training for Igor. He loves shooting things and biting people. You know, what with it being a sanguiphage and all. Yeah, this is, wow, this is going to take a while, isn't it? Bertha's gone catatonic. Hang on, let me check in. Hey, Bertha, what's up? Psychite withdrawal. Yes. Yes, you are addicted to the goofballs. No lie there. You're up to 66%. Could somebody get Bertha, please? Vetroff, you seem to be doing nothing. Could you, oh, Thule's on it. Never mind, Thule's on it. He's got it under control. Okay, let me check in with the kid here. You having fun down here, kid? It's just you don't seem to be able to hit the thing. Just spray and pray, kid. Just spray and pray. How did Igor become a vampire? We had one of those events where a bunch of vampires came by and said, hey, can we have like a vampire conference? Vampire con. Vamp con, if you will. Can we have Vamp con in your spaceship? And we're like, yeah, cool. And then they came in and they had Vamp con in our spaceship. And they're like, cool, that was a wicked good con. That was like the best one we've had in years. We will bite one of you now. So we said, what goes better with the sanguiphage than a 12-year-old? Yep. So we got a tween vampire now. It was the most obvious choice. It was the most. I mean, what would you choose? One of the more sensible options? Ha! How long have you been on this channel? Yeah. So Igor is a sanguiphage now, which is unfortunate because I don't actually have any hemogen. Bertha, am I blood farming you? Oh, we should be. Oh, we should absolutely be hemogen farming you. I mean, we're gonna get you back on board at some point, kid. But right now, I need your blood. Igor, was that explosion you shooting the thing? Yeah, good job, kid. Good job. Okay, you can go off duty, kid. Yep, off you go. Go do something else. So this power will drain down very, very quickly. In fact, can I just move that right now? Igor, could you just take that battery out of there and move it somewhere else? Yeah, go work on the battery. You might take a few shots from the turret, but you're deathless now, so it really doesn't matter. Oh, speaking of which, should I ever make a coffin for Igor? Because he's... Yeah, okay, I did. This is for Igor. This is Igor's coffin here. Yep, assign that to Igor. It's not a great room, but it's an okay-ish room. So, Igor, let me check in with you so you don't get shot to death. There we go. So that's out of power, so that's irrelevant now. We can deconstruct that at some point. Okay, now that all of that is done, could we get... You're cutting stone blocks, that's called Vetroff. Who's Walker? Wait a minute, feeding a simple meal to Walker. Who's Walker? Where do we have a Walker? Is that a mastodon? Who's in my... Do I have a... Oh, these guys! Wow, I am really behind. We've got 2 prisoners. I didn't really need to be blood farming Bertha. Okay, no, never mind, Igor. You're fine. Yeah, I've got so much blood for you now. Okay, what am I doing with you? I'm converting you. All right. Are we converting Bertha, by the way? Oh, we are. Good, cool. Never mind, kids. I've got plenty of prisoners. Yeah, Crimson, I play this once a week, and it's been kind of a busy week, if I'm honest. I'm brutally honest, I'm very low energy today. I'm just going mostly on the coffee more than anything. So, yeah, we've got prisoners. Do I like either of you? Nah, not really. Not you, that's for sure. And you are okay, if not spectacular. Yeah, they must have been from the raid who raided us when we were raiding someone else. That's what this is right here. Okay, great. Ample source of hemogen, then. The kid's going to be fine. And nobody worry about Igor 3.0. He's going to be fine. Also, we'll take all of these weapons because, you know, why not? It's something we can sell to somebody later. All right. Igor, what are you doing today? You're reading it. You're constantly reading. Could you not? Could you come down here and find out why we actually raided these people? Because I have no idea. It might have just been for blood. That's entirely possible. But I feel we had a broader purpose behind that. We'll kind of see. Maybe put a little hustle in your walk there, Igor. Maybe a little bit of hustle. Okay, so let's swing in here. See what I actually did this for. Beds. No, it's definitely not beds. That was not the reason I did this. What do you got in here? You got nothing. You got a bunch of corpses. I mean, we'll have your meal. Did I just land here to kill people? Was that it? Wasn't this like a logging work site? Oh, here's a building. Igor, come here. You with the top hat. No, don't melee attack the granite door. That's ridiculous. What do you mean there's no path? Go over here. Don't sass me, kid. And by the way, we own all of this, okay? Everything here belongs to us. So, Igor, can you now go here, please? Thank you. All right, I got plenty of prisoners. I got all sorts of things going on here. What was in here that I wanted? It was, oh, a bunch of dead muffalos for a start. Wow, that's grim. That's super grim. Okay, we can have all of that, and we can have all of this, and that in there. And also, like, all of this. So, allow everything. Huh. Okay, Igor, after witnessing that horror, you can go off duty. Okay. Right, outside of the toxic spewer. Right. That I knew there was some reason I came here. Okay. That's a lot of muffalo meat. I need to make sure the mechs go and do that, so you guys are totally and unrestricted right now. The rest of you can just be in the home zone for todaysies. Now I need another sweepy bot, but I don't have the infrastructure to do that. Everyone else is where they're supposed to be. Yep, okay. All right, I think everyone's also healed up at this point, so we can kind of get back to work here. How's Space Throne? 7 1/4 on that. Oh, nice fighting with Thule. Of course they are. Why wouldn't they be? They're fighting over a dead cow. You guys are fighting over a dead cow. Is that really necessary? Also, I really need that sweepy bot because, wow, this thing is just covered in mastodon poop. There's so much of it. It's quite extraordinary, actually, the level of mastodon poop that I have around here. Some of this is being done, but not a lot, if we're honest about things. And we are. Where am I at on chem fuel? Are the tanks full? The tanks are full. That's cool. I don't have a lot to spare. I wouldn't mind putting up some more turrets on this ship, too. I like having the turrets. They're fun. Maybe a couple more right here. Be a good idea. Yeah, just a bank of turrets along here. Okay. Things will proceed. Are you going down? Yeah, you're going down to start carrying muffalos and pemmican and all sorts of stuff in here. That's probably more than my freezer can hold. And indeed it is. I kind of need someone cranking out some butcherizing here. Who's supposed to be number 1 on cooking? It's Thule, who is, of course, in the hospital. And then Shield after that. Everyone's having a bit of a nap. Is it possible to make shag carpet out of mastodon poop? One can only hope. Apparently I did a moisture pump. That must have been one of the books that we were reading. Probably not the one about gestation, because that's weird. Hang on, coffee. There we go. Power's dropping again. Not having as good a time with the old power here. You know what? Put up the wind turbines anyway. I mean, it's not like we can't deconstruct them later. Although I don't have unlimited components. I wouldn't mind seeing a couple more components kicking around here. And then do hidden conduit right over to here. Yeah, bring it right to there. Okay, that'll be fine. Right through Vetrov's room. He won't mind that. Won't mind that at all. Okay. What is my best next move? Because now we're just going to kind of sit here and reap the benefits of our raid that got raided. Is there anything else down here that I want? What are these made out of? Cloth? I'll take those. We can deconstruct those things. So deconstruct all of these things in here. Any of that and that. We apparently have not deconstructed that turret yet, but we will. Doesn't matter, it's unpowered at this point, so nobody cares about it. That can go, and all of that can go. Can I take the fire foam popper? I'm going to take that. We're going to have that. I think it would be a broadly good idea to not have fire inside of a spaceship. It's not going to cover everything, but it's better than nothing, which is what I was doing. The loot on the map is subpar. You're not wrong. I really didn't check around. What? Walker's having a crisis of belief. I don't care. That's what I want him to do. And there's a party, apparently, about Walker's crisis of belief. It is very exciting. You're right. Let's start getting some components. Because although the map might not be good for loot, it might be pretty good for ore and raw materials, he says optimistically. Not really seeing anything. I'm not going to sweat the fish right now. Boy, that was an exciting sentence I just said. Try that one at home. That's great. I'm not going to sweat the fish right now because we just got all that muffalo and pemmican, so I don't really need that. Lots of components up here, though. Lots of components up here. Kind of thinking vaguely about summoning the Diabolus threat in the near future to get better quality mechs, including one that could actually do some mining for me. That would be ideal. So there's a party, and Walker's doesn't really believe in what Walker believes in anymore. Show me. Yeah, no, you don't. You don't. You're gonna believe in our thing soon. It's gonna be wicked cool. Wow, you hate Igor. Actually, you basically hate everyone. You're kind of into Vetroff. Vetroff's okay. He's not the worst person you've met in your life. But everyone else you broadly hate. So, components can be mined out. Hang on, coffee. Components can be mined out. Everything's going to be under control. Igor, could I, oh, sorry, you're going to the party. Yeah, it's just that I'd like you to clean the hospital. I'd like you to go chisel the mastodon poop off the hospital floor. It's just, you know, it's a hospital, kid. It's nice if it was nice in there. It's nice when things are nice, Igor. It's nice when things are nice. That's all I'm saying. But no, you're gonna part. Oh, the party's over. Good. Could you go clean the hospital, please? Sort of nowish. Oh, Igor became an adult. Well, there you go. That answers that question. They definitely age. All right, so Igor 3.0 is now an adult. 4 skills. Well, I think we should actually really go melee, because vampires excel in melee. Also, Igor is naked except for his top hat right now. I've got a naked 13-year-old vampire in a top hat. What else are you vaguely good at? Nothing, really. I mean, you have a broad range of skills. I'm not saying you're not good at anything. Sure, put crafting in there, because that's never going to be a bad thing. Social, you're actually genetically good at being social, so you may as well. And sure, plants, why not? Now, more importantly, the trait. Gourmand, sickly, never. Tough is not bad. That would sync well with being a melee character. Whereas delicate will not. I could make Igor staggeringly ugly. Staggeringly ugly. Or abrasive. No, let's go with tough. That's going to be a really good combination with being into melee. Yeah, do that. You're getting that going on, kid. Okay, that. And let's think about making something for you. I mean, you're armed with a gun right now. How about we turn this guy back on, and we make something? Do I have any obsidian? I feel I do. What is this down here? Oh, yeah, I've got tons of it. There's a conversion. Okay, Walker's been converted. What we're going to do with you is we're just going to reduce your resistance without actually trying to recruit you for the moment. It'll just give people some social skills. So let's get a bill going on in here. Okay, breach axe, longsword. Make one of these. Yeah, out of obsidian. Okay, actually make 2. We can sell some to somebody. We've got all that obsidian. So make a longsword out of that. And you know what? Maybe make some plate armor? Do that one time. People love plate armor. They do. Igor, you got dressed, I see. That's good. There's another raid. And it's another mech hive. Ew. Ew. Nobody likes that. That's no good. Okay, somebody pop the mechs back inside, please. And everyone else, let's just be... How do I want to handle this? Just put everyone in the ship for now, and then we'll figure it out later. And then the animals, also, yeah, they're already instant close to the ship. Okay, wow, they are coming in from everywhere, aren't they? They're going to be, oh, wow, yeah, hang on. First of all, the entire map is on fire for reasons that aren't adequately explained. There's some over there, and like 1 down here. Okay. I feel this is obviously the bigger threat over here. This place is remarkably raidy. I mean, you come in to raid someone, and then someone raids you. And then you raid the original people that you were going to raid after you dealt with the people who raided you before you raided the guys you were going to raid. And then another raid comes in and says, we're going to raid you. We kind of need to deal. But I'd also love to, like, lure them into turret range. Because that ain't nothing up there. You got pikemen up there. That guy's got a laser. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes that. Or Igor, is there any melee weapons I could equip you with right now? There's a club. It's not great, but it's better than nothing. Because what I'd like you to do, Igor, newly minted man, Igor, because you're an adult now, I'd like you to jump at a bunch of robots and engage them face to face. This is going to be your first day as an adult. Hang on. You know, some people, when, you know, they turn 18, they go to college or whatever and join the military. I don't know what you do when you're an adult. I haven't been one for a while. Igor's first day as an adult is I'm going to thrust him dramatically at some robots and hope he survives. Excuse me one sec. Can we just leave? I don't actually think we can. No, I've got 15 more hours until we could leave. And I think we got this. I think we got this. This is where the genius shines through. Hashtag geniusosity. I'd rather not leave. I've got, you know, things that I could be doing here. I don't really want to leave until we got those components. Those are super valuable. So, what I think we're... Igor, did you get that yet? Yeah, you got your steel club. That's a terrible weapon. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is line up like a bunch of morons, really, in front of them, and then sort of maybe lure them. If I could lure them back into turret range, that'd be ideal. Could we maybe get like 1 or 2 pot shots at them? Is there anyone who's in range down here? Like maybe we kind of creep up here. Anyone's got a little bit of a shot? No, not at all. Okay, maybe just a little bit of a creep up here. Okay, somebody's got a shot at something. There we go. There we go. Somebody's shooting something down there. Okay, everyone peel back. Everyone move back. I don't think they actually start... Okay, don't shoot my Mastodon. That's rude. Raids are so rude around here. Yeah, that didn't actually trigger them, though. They just sort of shot back, which is understandable. I was shooting them. I would shoot back, too. I'd be like, hey, that's no good. Why don't you stop that? That's very fussy of you. I think we're going whole hog on this. So here's the plan, kids. Before we start shooting... Okay, Igor, this is going to come as a shock to you. I know. First of all, release the Mastodons. We may lose a Mastodon or two here. Let's just be real clear about that, kids. Long jump to here. Oh, this is a terrible idea. Sorry, kid. I'm just wicked sorry, kid. I got nothing for you. And then, no, Igor, come here. Just get right into this guy. Right. Oh, you haven't actually technically landed yet. Yeah, melee attack the Cyclops. All right, melee attack him. Yeah, don't shoot Igor with the laser. That was rude. Melee attack this guy. In fact, can you do your... Hang on, one more. And one more. Okay. Do your piercing spine at that guy. Boom. Wow, that took him right out. Igor, jump again. Over here, because these guys are useless at short range. That's the thing. So get in here and melee attack the pikeman. Wow, lasers are going in hot and heavy here. I think we've shot the Mastodons more than we've shot anything else. The Mastodons can kind of run point for right now. I want the team, such as it is. Wow, there's so many lasers. So many lasers are happening right now. They're beginning their assault. Yes, I'm not surprised. I'm punching them. I'm not surprised. So when you say beginning your assault, I assume that means the rest of them are coming in. Fine, we kind of need to deal with this team before we deal with any other team. So if... Yeah, there we go. There we go. Keep hitting it, Igor. Igor, can you do your thing again? Yeah, do your piercing spine. That worked out real good. So, spine pierce. Okay, try not to hit the kid, if you could. Yeah, there we go. Okay, the lasers are doing work. We've shot your thumb off. And your fluid reprocessor. Wow, I lost that ages ago. It was a bizarre ballooning accident. But yeah, you lose your fluid reprocessor, you're not well after that. You are not a well man. My doctor said I'd never be the same again. And I certainly wouldn't be reprocessing any fluid. We have done way more damage to the Mastodons than we have anything else. Is that pikeman dead? Yes, okay, great. Let's move on to team number 2 here. So come on in here. We will have some turret backup here. So if we could just... Yes, I know Igor's fleeing the fire. He's very vampire like that. Igor, if you could just not, that'd be great. So everybody come in here. Yes, people are breaking. Igor doesn't have enough blood. Igor's fleeing things. The Mastodons are severely wounded. Igor's just off on a trip. These guys aren't actually doing anything. Oh, that's fussy. Okay, Igor's no longer fleeing. All right, cool. Let's go down to plan B then. If they're not going to attack us, I will go attack them. You see. You know what? Do I want to do that, or do I want to take a little bit of time just to maybe heal up a little bit? I know Igor's fleeing things. He's terrible like that. Go over here. This is, what? Oh, there's more gray flesh. Okay, I will cope with the gray flesh when I have time. I'm a little busy right now. We are going to have to start surgically probing people. That's the most exciting thing I've said this morning. I've been up since about 7. We're going to have to start surgically probing people, aggressively surgically probing them, to figure out which one's got the demon inside of them. I bet it's the kid. Are the Mastodons coming back? It's just they seem to kind of abandon things here. We seem to be a little bit on our own. I'm just saying, I'm not seeing my Mastodon backup here. Can we figure out why we're not Mastodonizing? Team, do we want to maybe get a Mastodon going here? Igor, if you dropped your weapon, you have. Wait, did you drop your club and then pick up an LMG? That can't be right. You don't actually seem to even have it. Igor, why don't you take the rest of the day off? Okay, there we go. Okay, you weren't actually drafted. Come over here. Come over here. All right, so get this team. I really should get defenses or something like that. I'm kind of hoping to just pick them off a little bit and then lure them in with the turrets. The turrets will do better work, and more importantly, it'll keep them distracted more than anything. So anyone who's got any kind of shot, maybe, I just like to annoy them so they start chasing me is really where I'm going with this. Can we get in a little bit closer here? A little bit closer. Okay, somebody's got to have a shot. You telling me nobody's got a shot from here? Okay, a little bit closer. All right, there we go. Shots coming in. Boom, 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 boom. All right, now, everybody, run. Yeah, they're beginning their assault. I would too. I would too. Come on over like here-ish. Like line up like here, sort of. Okay, they're coming in. Now the Mastodons are coming in. Oh, that Mastodon can't be good. Is that Calves? Yeah, Calves is going to be dead in 8 hours. Could you, like, war trumpet something? Just go ahead and war trumpet. Boom, there we go. Okay, did that do anything? You feeling better about that? We're definitely going to lose a Mastodon or two. We should actually work to protect the Mastodons. As best as we humanly can. Which is not well. And then Igor, you know when you did your thing? I need you to do it again. We've lost a Mastodon there. We've lost a Mastodon. Somebody's starving. This is a really, really fussy raid. So if you could jump way over here, and then also do your piercing spine thing again. Boom. Okay, and then just melee attack it, because they're useless at short range. You guys focus on this guy. All right, everybody line up there and shoot the bejesus out of that thing. Oh, hang on. Calves is not technically dead, which is good. So if you guys could, like, just shoot the bejesus out of that thing. Guys, you want to just shoot it? You want to just... It's like you're right here, guys. You're right here. Paul, how about you just shoot it? Okay? There you go. Laser it on up, kid. There we go. Lasers. All right, lasers for the win. All right, and you, laser that guy. Igor, you're done. Good job, kid. Wow. Could you, Igor, thank you. Rescue Calves? Go ahead and rescue Calves. And then this is working out well. You're stunned, which is great. Oh, we're wrecking you right now. Okay, that all worked. Everybody here. Where's the last one? It's coming in. Okay, I'm going to have Igor deal with Calves, and we're just going to come down here by this Bobcat. So, whatever it is, a cougar, whatever it is. Just everybody come down here. I'm kind of hoping the turrets can distract it a little bit. We're almost done. We got one left to go. So, yeah, Igor, just move that 2-ton animal into there. Where's the thing? Oh, it's already shooting the turret. Oh, that's good news. Wow, that thing's got some range on it. Just everybody go down here and laser this thing in the face. Just find its face and laser it. And if you could just keep shooting the turret and not notice that we're coming around to shoot you, that would be great. I would love that. Thule, how close to death are you? Oh, no immediate danger. Oh, you're fine. You're totally fine. All right, so you guys are probably well within range. Okay, there we go. You adapted to something. Probably because we shot you. I'd adapt to that too. Oh, Thin White Duke died. Okay, that was pretty much expected. I'm asking a lot of my Mastodons right now to deal with all of these mechs. That is not wholly surprising. Can we get more lasers going in here? Boy, the lasers are great. Lasers are doing just fine. Okay, you've adapted to something else. My God, these things are tanks. I've shot it so many times. I don't know how many more times I can... There we go. Okay, everybody go off duty. Igor, where are you right now? And where is Cavs? Do you have medical training, kid? You can perform a base medical training. Yeah, go... Wait, edible arrangement is tending to calves? No, go tend. Go tend. Just try and deal with that as best you can. Okay, alright, we lost Thin White Duke. That's, again, not super surprising. I kind of knew I was going to lose at least one master on that. I was asking a lot of them. So we'll find some more. We've got Don't Eat Me, and that's the one male that I need. DeHook's about to flip out. What's your problem? Are you about to die? Nah, you're fine, kid. You got a joy wire. Why are you flipping out? And then where were those other mechs? Yeah, there we go. Then that's Thin White Duke. We're obviously going to eat that Mastodon. More components. I was asking for components, and here we go. Pikeman and that guy, and then whatever else the other one is that we killed down here. Okay, we'll have all of that. Thank you very much. Oh, also, don't repair this. Just cancel that. We don't need that down there. Okay. Vetroff, how did you kind of fare out of that? You're going to be dead in 23 hours, and somebody shot your toe off. Somebody will probably deal with you fairly soon, he says optimistically. But I don't know who, and I don't know when. Igor, how's the medical training going on? Really, you're more of a vet at this point. A large animal vet that deals exclusively in mastodons. So, good job, kid. How are you doing with that? Can we get a... There we go, calves. You're going to be dead in 3 hours now. Igor, you do kind of suck at this, in that you have basically no medical training, but at least I've got the good medicine on the mastodon there. Yes, I know about the gray flesh. I'm going to look at it shortly. Thank you. All right, so 3 hours... 4 hours. Okay, I think Igor has broadly got this under control. The power's out. We're not still being raided, right? Right? You guys aren't doing anything weird. Okay, power's out again. Not 100% sure. Well, it's dark out, for one thing. So we don't have any solar panels up and running right now. And then 5 hours on you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the kid's got this under control. It's good medical training. The kid's going to love this sort of thing. Are you any better at being a doctor? No, not at all. Not at all. Are people dealing with people? So you've been dealt with. Okay. You have not. Thule, can you go tend to Vetroff, please? Thank you. I appreciate that. Just throw a few band-aids on the kid if you could. All right. And Thule, you're all set now, right? Right? Thule, yes? Okay, you're totally fine. And you're still working on the Mastodon. Well, there are a lot of parts to it. You're not wrong about that. So, yeah, okay. You've kind of wrapped things up there. We're going to deal with your low hemogen when we farm it out of somebody else. I'm not really sure when that's going to come up. And where is everyone supposed to be? Okay, everyone can go back into unrestricted. The mechs can kind of bum around a little bit. You can stay there. You can go in the home zone. And you guys are unrestricted. Okay. Igor's fleeing fire. There is a lot of fire on the map. Where are you that you're fleeing fire? The fire's like wicked far away, kid. It's like wicked far away. Like, I would not flee that. That Mastodon's not looking good anymore. So, don't really think you need to flee that one, kid. But, you know, you do you. You do you. We have chopped up a lot of the animals. There's the gray flesh. Hang on, Knife, you're good at things. Could you, actually, first of all, allow that. Knife, could you analyze that? Just figure out what it is, and then we're going to start aggressively, surgically probing people. And what do we got? Okay, so we've got... Alright, collect and analyze more gray flesh samples. Alright, so even if we aggressively, surgically probe people, we're not going to find out what we need to know. So we need more gray flesh. Somebody here is harboring a demon. And I'd like to know who it is, frankly. I'd like to know who it is, so I can rip it out of them and shoot it to death. That's my goal. That's the point of this little exercise here. Now what? God, I gotta get another cleaning bot. The amount of Mastodon poop is again, staggering. It's frankly staggering. I need... Bertha, we kind of touched on this last time. Are you still eligible to be a royal? I mean, you're still technically a novice. It's just we're building this grandiose throne room for you. And you're a freaked out prisoner. How's your drug addiction going on? Oh, it's going great. Yeah, you're having a good time with that. Minor malnutrition, but we'll cope with that. I think everyone's kind of getting back to normal here after all of this. We're doing some art. Everybody loves doing some art. How many meals are we supposed to be doing, by the way? 150. Okay, we've got a little ways to go on that. Fine meals isn't going to happen anytime soon. We're making... Oh, yeah, all the fields are broadly being sown here. Getting some of the power up and running. Okay, that's promising. I think that's promising. And we've got 146 left on the old Jade throne here. Knife is fully healed. Excellent. Igor at some point has taken care of his hemogen problems. He may have just bitten somebody. I'm pretty sure he's allowed to do that to at least one of these people. So your hemogen is low, but apparently not critical at the moment. Do you want to just bite someone? Oh, we've already drained you. Well, where is the hemogen? Where are we keeping it? Is the kid just drinking it as soon as we make it? Because that ain't cool, kid. All right. Do use the search thing that you don't like there. Hemogen. Do we have any? We do not. Okay, we have no hemogen on site at this point. Got 3 prisoners. Haven't blood farmed any of them yet, even though allegedly we have. Oh, DeHook, you're much faster at this, aren't you? Yeah, that is going to be done fairly soon. For, again, no really good reason, because Bertha isn't going to get up and do anything in the near future. We're bringing some of the mechs in. That's cool. We'll deconstruct those guys, get some cool stuff out of there. There's a mad alpaca. Okay. Alrighty. I see how this map is going here. I think I just need kind of a loose team out here for this one. I don't think this is going to be a super serious one, but just in case, let's just bring some folks over here and kill an alpaca. So it should be coming into range fairly soon, team. Fairly soon. Anytime now. Why don't we all kind of huddle up here? Okay, everybody shoot an alpaca. If you see an alpaca, shove a laser in its face. Lasers? 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 There we go. Yep. Alpaca versus laser. Laser's going to win every single time. I assure you. Laser's going to win all the time on that. All right, everybody go back to normal here. Also, I should probably seal off this area, seeing as we got corpses and toxic waste in here. Maybe grab an urn or two before we leave. That might be an idea. 74 still left on that. All right, what? Oh, God, it's actually something good. All right, Psychic Soothe. Yay. Yay. Do I want to put turrets back on those panels? Maybe. Maybe. If I could be a little more confident on power, that would be a big help. You are doing fine, although we are still losing power. Are we making any plays over here? Nope. Not at all. Not at all. Our number of components is stable, but there's plenty more out on the map that we haven't gone and got yet. What are you? You're dead hair. Yeah, are you sure? Why not? I'll take it. Shield, what are you doing? Oh, you're butchering things. Awesome. Cool. I love it when you butcher things. That's like my favorite thing that you do, is when you make us food. Or at least raw food, anyway. How is Calves? Calves, how are you doing, kid? Yeah, okay. I mean, you exist. Sorry, I had a 12-year-old vampire with a 1 medical skill do medical treatment on you, but that's what was available. That's what we got. And you are 74% with your psychite addiction, and you're not getting any more of it. I know commonly my answer to a crippling drug addiction is to take more drugs. This just seems like the fastest path to dealing with it, but you're not getting any more drugs. Why are we leaving raw meat on the floor? Is there a reason we're leaving raw meat on the floor? At all? DeHook, what are you doing? You're resting. Could you just haul that? Reserved for prisoners? Wait, what? I don't want that for prisoners. Why are we feeding them raw meat? We have meals. Don't feed them raw meat. Vetroff, what are you doing? You're reducing resistance. Okay, cool. Hey, Slavy here. How are we doing with your thing? Outlaw Creed. Wow, you wicked believe in that. You are well into that Outlaw Creed. Lisa, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, no joy on that. No one's going anywhere with that thing. Okie doke. Igor, have you found blood? Yeah, you've definitely been drinking blood from somewhere. I just don't know where. And honestly, I'm not inclined to care. Wherever you find it is fine, kid. Ah, my throne's up and running. I can't actually assign it to anyone because Bertha's a prisoner. But it looks great. I'll tell you, the jade and the gold together, if you take away the mastodon poop and the bloodstains, this is a really nice throne room. If you kind of just squint a little bit, this is a really, really nice throne room for no purpose at this point. Maybe... See, I don't feel we're going to convert you anytime in the near future. I feel we should just go right for recruitment on this. Yeah, let's go recruit. I kind of need to get Bertha back on board here because I built an incredibly resource-intensive throne for her, and it took a really, really long time. I'd like to have someone sitting on it. Speaking of which, let's put some of the columns in there because they will need them eventually. So I may as well start doing it now. You can have one there and one there. And then, have I made a harp yet? Is that a thing I've already done? No, it's hap. Harp? No, I have not. Okay, we're going to want to go ahead and do that. So, if indeed I know how to do that, I may or may not. So, a harp? Yeah, actually, just go right for the harpsichord. May as well sequence break it a little bit. So, combat supplier, you say, where? Okay, that's a caravan. Great. Good time for another raid if that wanted to pop up, because I can deal with it now. Combat supplier, not my favorite, but I do have a lot of garbage weapons I could be selling them. Igor, I just made you keen on chatting to people. Go trade with them. I don't care if you got to wake up to do it. Go trade with those people. You're vaguely into this now. Also, somebody go get that heal root at some point. And we'll see if they've got anything good. And if they don't, I can at least get out all these garbage weapons. I have so many revolvers that I'm never using. Speaking of which, did we ever make that longsword? Because I see we're making the plate armor. Did we make the longsword at all? Obsidian longsword. Yeah, we did. Okay, hang on. I'll get Igor over there in a sec. All right, what do they got? They got some medicine. I'll buy that. Definitely. Fire foam shells, Jump packs, The gene pack for kind is actually not bad, but I'm not really in a position to start doing genetic tinkering yet, much as I might like to be. Goodness, I have a lot of books. I have, like, so many books. I'm a flying library right now. I gotta get that cochlear implant installed, and I haven't. So, sell them the steel club. That was the kids, but the sword is here now. Don't sell them the longsword. I just made that. Shotgun, revolver. Yes, revolver. Any of these garbage weapons can just go. It'll free up a lot of space on the thing. Maybe keep... Yeah, no, don't keep the machine pistols. That's a terrible idea. Do keep the LMG. That's a pretty decent thing. And then the tox grenades can all go. The frag grenades can go. More tox grenades, more frag grenades. And then what are we into now? That flak jacket is going to be garbage very soon, so we probably won't bother with that. The vac suits, obviously, we're keeping that. Plasteel plate armor. Wow. And prestige marine armor. Ooh. That's fun. That's fun. Lisa, you need to catch up on RimWorld. I do, too. I play a lot of it, and I'm... It's hard to keep up with myself. I'd forgotten most of the things I was doing when I came in here, which is very, very typical. Prestige marine armor. I could technically afford that. That is realistic. And boy, that'd be some good stuff. That'd be some... Nah. You know what? I can probably make it. So... That's about it. I'm going to buy your medicine and sell you all my garbage weapons. Problem solved. Igor, go get that longsword. If you could, please. That'll be a fun thing for you to have. So that's done, and that's done. Alright. Igor is now more well set up for close combat. We'll get the harpsichord going at some point. This is all starting to come together. It's some very fancy armor. I mean, I could afford it. I wouldn't mind it. Do I? I'm pretty sure I actually know how to make that already, don't I? Marine? Yeah, I can already do marine armor. I make the prestige armor myself. It's very resource intensive, but I can do it. And we're working on the gun link right now, which is neat. What would it take me to make marine armor? How intensive is that? So, marines, prestige marine armor. 120 plasteel, 20 uranium, 10 gold, 4 advanced components. I've got all of that, but I'm not going to sacrifice the plasteel right now. That would be pretty much all of my plasteel. Everything else I'm fine to get rid of, but I don't want to get rid of that. That's very, very silly. We won't do that. Any plans for the we guys? Do what now, Mark? And I will repeat that. Do what now? Any plans for the we guys? These guys up here, the prisoners? If that's your question, we're just blood farming them right now because I've got a tween. Well, I say a tween vampire. Technically, he's a teen vampire now. But I've got a vampire I got to keep fed with blood. So that's their plan. Bertha, we're just going to try and reconvert Bertha back to our cause and have her sit on my jade and gold throne. Any other we guys, I don't know. That I've got nothing for you on that one. We finished planting almost all the stuff here. A little bit of heal root to come in. But we basically almost finished the planting. Not a single move over here, huh? Not even a little bit. All right, where are the mechs? The mechs are where they're supposed to be. Oh, the animals need to go and don't eat our food. Yeah, don't eat our food, please. You can go anywhere but in the freezer. Oh, weekend. Oh, okay. I primarily do this. I work and then I do this. I do. Friday is my day off, and I spend all day working on the channel, and then I live stream it later. And then I crash hard. So Friday nights are generally spent borderline comatose on the couch. This particular Friday evening will be spent learning how to play Contain Core. So we played it ages ago. It was part of, I think, like 2 or 3 Steam Next Fests ago. Contain Core. It was basically like RimWorld Anomaly meets Prison Architect. You may or may not remember it. I loved it. It was extremely frustrating to play. The mechanics were very dense and not really well explained. But the idea was really, really cool, and I liked playing it, and we did the demo of it. I'm like, I would love to see some more of this game. So yesterday, the developer of Contain Core sent me an email, and he did the smartest thing anyone can do if they want me to pay attention to them, which is actually use my name. So instead of Hi Wee Hours Games, he's like, hey, Dave. And I'm like, okay, now I'm interested. And then I'm like, oh, it's Contain Core. Wow, I really liked that game. Even though I found it a little bit frustrating, I really, really enjoyed it. Much in the same way, when I first learned to play RimWorld. So, what's up? And he's like, basically, it was actually, very nice email that says, I've watched your video, and no lie, he said actually a couple of times. He watched the video twice. And many other people's videos too. Of course, I'm not that egotistical. He's like, we took a lot of that, what you experienced when you played the video. We watched that and kind of figured out how do people play this game. And we did that with a bunch of other people, and we've taken other comments. So we've kind of not completely, but we've done a lot of revamping to the game. And here is a beta key. So I'm like, wow, cool, because I really wanted to play Contain Core. I definitely, that was one of the games, like, when this releases, this will be on the channel. There's no question of that. So I messed around with, like, the very briefest tutorial before I started streaming today, but it was really kind of just like camera controls and stuff like that. So I know later today, part of it will be learning how to play Contain Core, because it was so dense. No matter what revamping they've done to it, it still has a lot of density to it. I want to have an idea of what to do before I throw it on the channel. Because when I recorded the demo, like, you guys didn't see how much I cut out of that. There was so much of me just, like, clicking between tabs and trying to figure out how to do things and not doing it. And then of, like, whatever it was, a 20 to 30 minute video, I was probably recording that for over an hour. Trying to figure out how to do things. So before I put it back on the channel, which it definitely will be, I want to have at least a vague understanding of how to just get it started more than anything. But I really love the idea of Contain Core. It's like RimWorld Anomaly meets Prison Architect. And that's no bad thing. In the email, he was like, oh, we got all these comparisons. It's too much like RimWorld. It's too much like Prison Architect. And I'm thinking to myself, that's a good thing. If you're telling me your game is RimWorld meets Prison Architect, I'm in. That's all you need to tell me. Nobody needs to reinvent the wheel in games anymore. There is no reinvention. There are no original games anymore. Every game is either a reboot of a similar game or a combination of 2 games or more. So this is RimWorld Anomaly meets Prison Architect. Great, I'm in. That's all you needed to tell me, because I love both of those games. So, Gunlink. Okay, we've done that. Neat. Cool. Starfight Blaze 6. You know what? Just do it. I don't really have anything else to be doing right now. So you may as well go to Starflight Basics. So I don't know when Contain Core will be on the channel. It's just a beta version right now. I'm going to mess around with it later. I emailed him to ask if there was any embargo. I haven't heard back yet. But it was. I'm definitely looking forward to putting that back on the channel. Like RimWorld in space, but on a bust-up spacecraft. Oh, that's the one where you can rip people's brains out and put them into death robots. Which I can't immediately remember the name of, even though I did a lengthy series of it. But again, I'm very tired, guys. Somebody popped the name up because I can't immediately think of it. Hang on, you know what? I can find it really, really quickly because it's in my list of like go-to games. What the heck was that? That was Stardeus, I think is what you're talking about there. Stardeus, I believe, is what you're saying there. So Stardeus is fantastic. Stardeus is absolutely amazing, and it is RimWorld in space. However, my problem with... Hang on, there's a metal horror. All right, slam it into pause mode. Let me finish my thoughts on Stardeus here. My problem with Stardeus is they kept updating it quickly. So in the series, I was like falling behind in the version of the game. And the game now bears very little resemblance to the game I played. I still think it's an amazing game. But what I'm waiting for with Stardeus is, can you guys like finish it? Just finish it and let me play a full version. Because every update I was just falling farther and farther behind. And if I updated it, it was going to burn the save file. And that's my no. That's my hard no. If you're just going to burn my save file every time that you update, I can't, that's not viable for the channel. I can't keep starting all over again. What was the other game that did that? Penge loved the game. It was like you have a planet and you have like primitive people and it's kind of fun and cute. I can't remember the name of it. If you say it, I'll remember it. But that was the same thing. Every time they updated, they burned the save file. Or you had to go on an old version. So I was on an older and older and older version of Stardeus every single time. And eventually it wasn't the same game anymore. Excuse me one sec. That was a lot of talking in one thing. Let me go deal with my metal horror issue. Okay, something wrong with Walker. Ah, okay, one of the prisoners. Uh-huh. Metal horrors, yup. Okay, so Walker has a metal horror. Should we address this? Is this something we should deal with? Yep, metal horror implantation. Uh-huh. Ah, when fed a meal by Vetroff. Aha. Vetroff. Aha. Okie doke. So, Vetroff here. Vetroff. You got a metal horror in you, don't you? I don't think this is going to do the trick. And this could all go horribly, horribly wrong. So, Vetroff, go down there. Everybody else line up for a fight. And then I need somebody to actually do the operation. So, everybody come in here. Is Walker the source of the gray? No, it appears to be Vetroff, because Walker got infected after being fed a meal by Vetroff. That doesn't actually mean Vetroff is patient zero, but it's a great place to start. It's a super place to start. Who's my best doctorizer? I think it's Thule, isn't it? Yeah, Thule's really good. Thule, can you go off draft and then aggressively probe Vetroff? Yep, go do that, please. Thank you. Where is Thule? What? Oh, you're all the way down there. That's a little bit fussy. And then everyone else just gets stand here and get ready to shoot something. Because that's going to happen. Yeah, Igor with the sword. Oh, looking good, kid. And a mastodon. Looking good, kid. I probably should have scheduled this for when Thule was slightly closer to everything. But, you know, here we are. And then we're going to have to do the same thing with Walker. Because Walker's obviously got a metal horror in him here somewhere. So, you know, we're going to worry about that. There we go. Let's see if we can find the demon that's living inside your stomach right now. Hopefully, can we get this going a little bit faster there? Maybe even a little bit faster than that. Okay, slow it down. So, okay, what? Okay, so we got results. She found no anomalies. Okay, See, we don't know what we're looking for because we haven't got enough gray flesh. But now I know for a fact I've got at least 2 people who are infected. Vetroff and Walker. Vetroff and Walker are definitely infected. Maybe others. This could be the whole colony. The whole colony could go down in flames to a metal horror. I mean, there are no revenants, but they could very easily destroy this entire colony. Yes, I know your form of steel is disrespected. It's the mastodon poop. There's a lot of it. Igor, could you go... You're cutting a poplar tree. Could you go clean the shrine, please? Go clean Space Church, if you could. Is there an option to not burn the save file now? I don't know, Mark. I haven't fired it up since I played it on the channel. There's a limit to what I can do. So I didn't... Again, I'd prefer not to play it again until they're, like, done to a degree. Whether that be 1.0 or something where they're like, yeah, we're basically done at this point. I don't know if I'd immediately put it back on the channel. It's been long... Well, who are you people? Who are you people? Oh, it's still the group down here. Okay. It's been long enough. I'd kind of have to relearn how to play it because there's been a lot of other games since then. A lot of other games. And new games are coming along all the time. I mean, there's Contain Core, for one. Really, really good humor in that game. I don't know if you guys watched the demo, but the humor level in that game is quite phenomenal. It's so well thought out and so well written. So I'm okay. So admittedly, they did the one thing that will make me be a fan of your game, which they actually used my name in an email instead of Hi We Hours Games. But Glenn, welcome. But I do actually want that game to succeed because I think it's really strong. It's got such great humor. It's got a good idea. Again, it's a combination of 2 already good games. You know, RimWorld Anomaly meets Prison Architect. But I want it to succeed. I hope it does well. So I'll definitely be... And so, you know, for me to go back to Stardeus, yeah, I could. I'd probably have to sit around and play it for a while and kind of remember how to do it. It's a great game. Nothing wrong with Stardeus. It's just they kept burning the save files. And that is not okay. I'm just not going to be into that. Because it's more for the channel. If it was me personally, great. I don't actually care if you burn the save file because I love re-rolling. I think my favorite thing is to start a game all over again. You know how many times I've started RimWorld? Or started, like, Total War Warhammer? And then, you know, re-rolled it again? So many times. But when we're talking about recording for the channel, I need a bit of continuity, and I can't keep starting over again. I can't be like, hey guys, save file got burned, let's start all over from scratch. There's only so much of that you guys are going to put up with, because there's only so much of that I would put up with. Before I'm like, kind of like to see some continuity here. What I need is another sweepy bot. I really need another sweepy bot. I'm probably going to be here long enough that we can do that. So here's my plan. I've got a plan. It's a great plan. I love my plan. Let's just put up a basic wooden building. This does not have to be fancy. So just put something up. Actually, don't put it up there. In case we get attacked by someone, let's make sure the turrets can do what they need to do. In fact, I just convert one of these buildings. I mean, I could. Actually, wait a minute. I got perfectly good buildings that I own down here. Never mind. Somebody deconstruct all of those beds and deconstruct that table, deconstruct all these chairs. I got perfectly good buildings down here. It was Steven. The humor level is not only excellent but really well written. Like they have put the devs of Contain Core put a tremendous amount of thought into what they're writing. When I saw the first like bio, if you will, of the first anomaly that you capture, this was just not like 3 sentences. These guys put in like a thesis on this thing, and it was all hysterically funny. Like the magic fish and its secret power was that it gave you false but pleasant memories of a trip to France. I could strive for weeks and not come up with that line. That line alone, I gotta tell you right now, when I was recording that, there's an edit in there, and the edit was me just laughing at the thing. It was like false but pleasant memories of a trip to France. Buzzkill, the carpet looks like that for obvious reasons, because that's what it is. So, no, I really wish that game well. It will definitely be on the channel. I hope they do really well with it, because I'd like to see it succeed. I would very much like to see it succeed. I think it's got a tremendous amount of promise, and it's fresh enough. It's again, it's a combination of two games, but it's fresh enough that I think it still attracts attention. Hopefully, it does. I do wish them well, and I'll do my part by telling you guys about it. Just like, hey, check out Contain Core. I think it's pretty cool. Maybe you will too. I mean, you guys broadly like the same kind of games I do, and I think that's a really promising game. Mark, they won me over by using my name. They also won me over by really good levels of humor. Just, like, well-written, good humor, where I was LOLing, as the kids say these days. False but pleasant memories of a trip to France. I'm still laughing about that one. That was good. Okay, what can I be doing right now? We're going to put the biofuel thing down there, and then when we deconstruct all of those beds, I'm going to re-put up the mech stuff. I'm going to have to rebuild one of the things, but that's fine. In fact, I'm just going to kind of work with this a little bit. Maybe put that over there. So give me a wooden wall here and here. We're just going to kind of expand this a little bit. Just give me a regular wooden door right in there, and then we'll deconstruct all of that. I won't... Actually, I can do it because the walls are close enough together. So deconstruct all of this right here. That'll give the team something to do. They love stuff like that. They love that. How much steel do I have? 5,000 units. Okay, no real reason to start mining out steel right now. I think we're fine with what we've got. Bertha, are we making any progress on you, by the way? I feel we're not actually doing anything with you. You should be on recruit. I'm going to take you off Hemogen Farm, because you're constantly unconscious, and I think that's the problem right there. That you can't be talked to if you're unconscious. So, a slate meteorite, we don't really need to worry about that. So, good news, Bertha. We're not going to be taking your blood anymore and putting it in a bag for a 13-year-old child to eat. What did I think of Vane? I liked that. I did. I only played the demo. I don't own Vane. But I really liked it. Again, like I said on the video, it really reminded me of Scum, which is, to my mind, one of the most underrated survival games out there. If Scum didn't burn my PC because it runs so hot, I'm pretty sure it's actually going to set fire to something. I would play that a lot more. And that's what it reminded me of. I went into it thinking it was just basically going to be a zombie shooter, and with some light survival, maybe some light crafting. I was actually very surprised at the level of depth in Vane. Extremely surprised by that. And again, it reminded me of Scum, which also has a surprising amount of depth. So I enjoyed it. I see you've been playing it. I was a fan. Again, I don't own it. I only did the demo, but I thought it was really, really strong. It was a very strong game. Again, that's kind of one of those under the radar things. The reviews are very good. Everyone who has played it is enjoying it, but it doesn't seem like it's getting like a huge amount of attention. You can talk to unconscious folk. Well, she'll be even more conscious now. It'll go even better. Who is supposed to be doing that, by the way? Vetroff. Right, Vetroff, the one who's going around implanting things in people. Thanks, Vetroff. I see you're mostly working on art. Maybe we flip that around a little bit. So that's great, but make sure you focus on wardening first. Make sure you do the wardening before you do anything else. There we go. We're feeding one of the prisoners. Yeah, exactly, Buzzkill. It basically sets fire to my PC every time I try and play Scum. I did a little series on it on the channel, but it was very, very, very early version. So there's a lot of things that I did there that you can't do anymore, and vice versa. Worse than Scum for killing my PC. Can't multi-stream it through the optimization. Yeah, I can't really. I'd prefer my PC was not on fire at any given point. It's too bad. I mean, that may get better over time. I'm sure they'll kind of work on that, but that's one of the other reasons I love RimWorld. It's so kind to a PC. It requires very little from me. Well, very little from my PC anyway. Boy, wow, we've really got to get this place patched up. And by patched up, I mean cleaned up. It is really gross in here. There's a catastrophic amount of mastodon poop. Do we maybe want to get any of these? Oh, we are vaguely working on it. Okay, yep, things are coming in, things are happening. Getting some more pemmican out of there that's sitting next to a rotting muffalo. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. How are those gravlite panels going? Made 57 of them. How much more space do I have here? Yeah, not a bad amount. Not a bad amount. Not really sure what I want to do with that yet. But we've got some spare capacity here. We could make the ship a little bit better. Have I tried Species Unknown? I'm not familiar with that one. I don't know that one. Is that a thing? Hang on, I'm going to look at it on Steam. And hope that nothing happens in RimWorld, because when I click to one monitor, RimWorld minimizes. Species Unknown. Species... There it is. Oh, okay, I kind of vaguely remember that flying by. Co-op survival, high-risk missions, manned ship. Okay, here's what I think about that. That looks like something I'd play for like 20 minutes and put it away and probably not play it again. It looks like for me, it would be fun for like a few minutes, but it's just not my long-term style. That's not something I'm going to play for a very long time. I'll just like check in and go, I shot some things. That's cool. All right, I'm out. That's not a long-term game for me. It does look like great graphics. No lie there. It does look like some really strong graphics. I just don't think it's really my kind of gig. So, all right, I'm going to get this done. Somebody just go open that up. There's a corpse in it. We know what's in it. It's a corpse. And then I want to get another cleaning bot because it's really gross in here. It's just disturbingly bad in here. Again, Mark, you're taking the words right out of my mouth. It is a catastrophic amount of fecal material. Catastrophic. I mean, world-ending is really what we're seeing in here. World-ending amount of mastodon poop. It just doesn't stop. I think when Igor gets up in the morning, I'm going to have him chisel some off of the tiles in here. Maybe Shield's room, too. Shield's room is a little dodgy there. And what is my next long-term plan here? So, Bertha can walk again. Yay! Sorry about the blood feeding. Sorry. It's just we got a 13-year-old vampire, so, you know, kids these days, right? They're insatiable, right? Am I right, Bertha? Right? I mean, they just eat like crazy. You can't even keep up with them. The fridge is empty of blood, right? Of blood. Am I right, Bertha? You know I'm right. What is my next big plan? We keep saying we want to go to the glow forest because, you know, giant mushrooms. Where are we at in relation to that? We could... Where am I? Where am I? Where'd I go? Oh, we're here at the logging camp, which is also us. Right, cool. And there's that toxic spewer thing. We're not going anywhere near that again. So where did we see glow forest? That over here? No, that's Scarlands. We ain't going anywhere near that. Tropical swamp. Scarlands again. Glow forest. Okay. So yeah, we could definitely jump over there and just check it out. I haven't seen one. May as well go over there and see what that's all about. Maybe we can find something cool over there. And then where is the next, like, ship-related thing? Way down here. Way down there. I don't suppose there's any glow forests on the way, is there? Because, boy, I'd love to be moving in that direction. I'd really like to be moving down there. That's lava. Yeah, we probably won't go down there. Is that glow forest? No, that's Scarlands again. That's more lava. Okay, I'm not sure. We're either going to check out a glow forest, maybe just briefly, but that's kind of like going back in the opposite direction to where I want to go. Ted's Prairie. Huh, Ted got a whole prairie named after him. That's pretty good. I mean, if you're Ted, really. Okay, so maybe glow forest, maybe just heading off towards the next bit of, like, ship stuff. And I think we're really in a position where the ship is more or less what it's going to be. I don't know how much more of this I would add. Maybe a little bump out up here, but I kind of feel the ship is as good as it's going to get, at least for the time being. I don't have any spare bedrooms, which is unfortunate, but I could once I deal with these prisoners, and by deal I mean blood farm them until I don't want to deal with them anymore and then kill them. Maybe release them, who knows? Who knows? Can I go in one jump? All the way over to the ship thing? No, probably not. To the glow forest, definitely. Definitely. Maybe that's the next big thing I do. I might want to invest in the large thrusters. Oh, an exotic goods trader on the space phone. Hey, kid, you love talking on the space phone. Go call those guys. I love exotic goods. Everybody does. They're so exotic. What do I think I need the vac stone, but the large thruster, okay, greatly increases the range of a grab ship. Greatly. 220 steel, 50 vac stone block, 6 components. Hang on, I can actually do that. How many vac stone blocks do I have? Marble, okay. Limestone, actually it's not here, it's down here somewhere. 380. Okay, stop making the panels. Let's start with that. Don't make panels anymore. Just cancel that for right now. Let's save those vac stone blocks. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to get the big thrusters on this thing, and we're just going to thrust like crazy. We're going to get so into thrusting. People are like, I have never seen Dave thrust as much as I am watching him thrust right now. This is the most thrust he's ever achieved. How big are those? What kind of panels am I going to need on the outside? Oh, they're not even that big. What is that, 4x4? 2x2 maybe? Is it 2 of these? Yeah, it's 2 of those. Okay, so it's a 2x2. Oh, that's a snap. Oh, I can easily do that. Easily. Do I have any art to sell? Like on my walls? I've got like a mass-produced painting of David Bowie. I mean, it's pretty cool. I really like it, but I mean, it's totally mass-produced. I bought it off Amazon. I have some of my own artwork up here, and I've got a poster from a tour that Henry Rollins did back in 2001. So, I mean, in RimWorld, yeah, maybe. I don't know if you're talking about me personally. We've got like a piece. I'm kind of stretching to see it right now. It's sort of a wooden carving of like a sun and a moon put together and everybody's smiley that Mrs. Dave and I bought, I think on our honeymoon we got that. So in terms of art I could sell, I don't think any of it's going to raise a great deal of money unless I found somebody who's never heard of Amazon or a really, really big Henry Rollins fan who doesn't have that particular poster. The sun and moon thing, yeah, I could probably get a few bucks for that. But again, Mrs. Dave got it and I got it on our honeymoon, so it's got an emotional attachment to that. In terms of art in RimWorld, that's a good question. Do I? Have we made anything? We made an obsidian sculpture. Get rid of that and another one. I could sell gold. I could sell the 2 mastodon tusks off of the Thin White Duke. There's that cochlear implant. I've really got to get that installed one of these days. Immuno-enhancer. Ooh, I do like those. That is fun. What else have you got? You've got skill trainers for animals, which is good, if not ecstatic. Chimera examination shields. Maybe? Maybe? Think about that. Beast log is just wreck. This is animals again. And, ooh, bioferrite shaping is good, but you'll go insane learning it. All right, we'll have a think about that. We'll have a think. There's a lot of... I love the exotic ones. Compact weaponry, neural competition, and there... Oh, cataphract armor. Ooh, I could get right into that, couldn't I? I wouldn't mind buying some of their plasteel, too. That'd be okay. We could sell these shells. Actually, hang on. Do I want to sell those shells? Do I have a mortar? I probably do. Okay, they're not even... Actually, I say they're not worth that much money. They're not worth no money. They're 35 apiece. All right, what else do I have that... Actually, I've got a ton of neutroamine. Holy moly, I've got a lot of neutroamine. They've got ducks. I don't... I might spend some money here. I might have to spend some money here. I wouldn't mind that book about shields, because, you know, why not? Get me one of those. I love the books. I do. I would love to get that immuno-enhancer. I wouldn't mind the circadian assistant, but the bionics spine would be good too. I can make bionics things. And what else have they got? They've got a bunch of statues that I don't really need. Okay, and I won't bother with prosthetics because those are really easy to make. I don't think we'll bother with the skill trainers either. So what do I really need? Keep the shield core, definitely. I could get that cataphract armor. I can afford it. I'd actually really like to get some of their plasteel. So what if I bought 100 plasteel off of you? I'm in the hole, but that's 100 plasteel. That's good. The bioferrite, I'm actually kind of trying to collect that, so I'm going to buy that too. And what else? Death Rest Capacity, no. Juggernaut, Yayo. No, I don't really need any of that. I think I'm not going to bother buying their components or advanced components because I can make them, and we were on a pretty good map for components. We're already well into a profit for components. Am I going to get that tech print? And if not, what else do I get? Learning Assistant and Neurocalculator. And then the compact weaponry. Ooh, boy, that would be good for the kid. That would be really good for the kid. A nice elbow blade or a knee spike. The kid could just knee people in the groin with a spike. You know that's a good time. I'm going to get that one. Am I going to take the chance that I'm going to see the cataphract armor ever again? Get it. Spend some money here. You know what? We're spending some money. All right, I'll make it back somehow. I don't immediately know how, but we'll make it back somehow. And yeah, I think we're okay on the other books. The serums was, yeah, that's the bioferrite shaping. Okay, that's a huge amount of money I just spent, but I've got things, which is cool. Who's doing research right now? Grime, come here. Let's start loading these puppies in. So apply that tech print. Thank you very much. That's a lot of money I just spent, but it will be worth it in the end. And then after that, I'll have you pop in the other one. So just go ahead, load that guy in anytime now. There we go. And then go load that one in as well. Good. Compact weaponry and the cataphract armor. All we got to do now is research it. Okay. So I think next move, slam it into pause mode. Next move, I'm putting the large thrusters on. That will give us a lot more range. I don't know if I need to put 2 on, 4 on. We'll kind of figure that out as we go along. Hang out here for a little bit until the crops are done, broadly. Because I've got tons of meat, but no vegetables. So we're going to lose track on training the animals because we don't have any veggies in right now. Although we've probably done some rice at this point. Yeah, that rice has been resown. So hang out here for a bit until the crops are done. And then let me just check power real quick. Make sure everything's connected. Yes, everything is broadly connected. And then go either for the glow forest or we start heading towards the next ship bit. Kind of depends how long the new thrusters are going to take us. But I think that's an excellent place to check out for today. Guys, thank you so very, very, very much for coming by and allowing me to do this publicly for you. I adore doing this. Even though I forget what I've done every week, I still enjoy doing it. Hopefully you do too. And we'll be back tomorrow. We'll come back tomorrow for some more of this. You know where I'm going to be. I'm in the same place every week. Thank you again for coming by. Goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye.